You're at 35,000 feet above the Earth. Then, in a flash, chaos, screams, metal tearing, silence. When the ground rushes up to meet you, only one question remains: could you survive? These are 10 of the most intense, gripping, and unforgettable stories about what happens after the crash and what it takes to keep going. 10. United 93, 2006.
Based on the true events of 9/11, United 93 captures the final moments aboard the hijacked flight that never reached its target.
With chilling realism, it reconstructs the collective courage of the passengers who chose to take action. There's no dramatic score, no glamour, just minute-by-minute intensity and heartbreak in humanity. 9. The Wilds, 2020 to 2022.
A plane full of teenage girls crashes en route to what's supposed to be a healing retreat.
Stranded on a remote island, their struggle quickly turns into something far deeper. As tensions rise and secrets surface, they discover their ordeal is not entirely what it seems. A blend of wilderness hardship, coming-of-age drama, and psychological manipulation. 8. Flight of the Phoenix, 1965. When an aircraft goes down in the middle of the Sahara Desert, the survivors, engineers, soldiers, civilians, face more than heat and thirst. With no hope of rescue, one man proposes a desperate plan: rebuild a new aircraft from the wreckage. It's a race against time, nature, and each other, where ingenuity becomes their only shot at escape. 7. The Edge, 1997. After their plane crashes in the Alaskan wilderness, a billionaire and a fashion photographer must work together to survive brutal conditions. But the real threat isn't just the grizzly stalking them. It's the growing tension between the men themselves. Packed with psychological tension, the film explores how primal instincts can turn allies into adversaries. 6. Flight, 2012. Denzel Washington stars as a pilot who miraculously lands a failing jet, saving nearly everyone on board. But when the investigation reveals troubling details, his personal demons come into focus. The movie dives deep into guilt, addiction, and accountability,
Showing that the aftermath of a crash can be just as turbulent as the fall.
5. Yellowjackets, 2021 present. When a high school girls soccer team crashes in the wilderness, the story splits into two timelines: their harrowing time in the forest and the long shadows it cast into adulthood. With eerie cult-like undertones, cannibalism, and psychological unraveling, the show is a slow-burn descent into chaos, guilt, and what people become when pushed beyond the edge. 4. Sully, 2016. The miracle on the Hudson lasted less than 4 minutes, but its aftermath raised questions that haunted Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger. Tom Hanks delivers a grounded, quietly powerful performance in this real-life drama about quick thinking, media pressure, and how even a hero can be put on trial for doing the impossible. 3. Lost, 2004 to 2010.
A commercial jet crashes on a mysterious island,
leaving survivors to fend for themselves. But the island has secrets. Others are watching. Time bends, strangely, and the past refuses to stay buried. What began as a tale of endurance morphs into a genre-bending epic, exploring identity, morality, and the blurred line between fate and coincidence. 2. Castaway, 2000. Tom Hanks plays a FedEx systems analyst who ends up alone on an uninhabited island after a plane crash. The film strips everything down. No music, barely any dialogue. Just a man, a volleyball, and the unforgiving passage of time. It's a story of adaptation, isolation, and the deep human need for connection, even if it's imagined. 1. Society of the Snow, 2023. Based on the true story of the 1972 Andes crash, this film brings brutal honesty to one of the most infamous plane disasters in history. Trapped in freezing mountains for 72 days, the survivors faced starvation, avalanche, and impossible choices that shocked everyone. They fed on the bodies of the dead. Unlike earlier retellings such as 1993's Alive, this version refuses to flinch, immersing you in every moral, physical, and emotional trial. It's not just what they did, it's what they had to live with. So, getting through the crash is only the first chapter. These films and series explore what happens after the fall, when the fight becomes internal, when decisions weigh heavier than nature's wrath, and when humanity is pushed to its most fragile and ferocious extremes. If you are fascinated by extreme endurance, human limits, and the darkest corners of survival, subscribe to First Curiosity.